questions, and to answer them, we are now joined by Ruchit Jain, Vice President, Equity Technical Research at Motilal Oswal, and Rajesh Agarwal, Head of Research at AUM Capital, joining us now. Rajesh, good seeing you after such a long time, and very good afternoon to both of you, Ruchit as well as Rajesh. I'll take up the first question, which is coming in on Kane's Tech. This is from Rayudu, who's writing in, and he's got at a price of 3195, 500 is the quantity, wants to know whether to continue to hold or sell. He's mentioned that his time frame is from a short-term perspective. So, Ruchit, I'll take this up with you. Continue to hold Kane's.
Yeah, hi, very good afternoon. Well, the stock has been an underperformer, if you look at the recent history, but just the momentum readings are quite oversold. So some pullback move cannot be ruled out in the stock. The gap area of the resistance would come somewhere around 3650, 3700. So for now, you can hold it, but pullback towards the 3650, 3700 can be used to exit.
The next one that we have is coming in, and this is from Ajay Kapoor. He wants to know from a long-term perspective, which of these counters can he go ahead and invest in? I'll take up the first two names that he's mentioned, Vikram Solar or Sterlite Tech. Rajesh, which one of these do you think is looking more promising? And if not these, anything on your radar that you think from a long-term perspective can he go ahead and invest in?
Good afternoon, Mahima. Good afternoon, Ruchit. And yes, it has been a long time, or more than 5 months, I would say.
Yeah.
But still, as far as these two counters are concerned, I don't think both of them qualify for a long-term investment. Yes, they can be held for a trading perspective or a short-term of moves and all. But for long-term, I think at this point of time also, their valuation concerns are always there. So it's better to go for better names. Maybe in solar, you can have a look at Wari or Tata Power to be precise. These two are better counters. And as far as Sterlite Opticals is concerned, I think they're also you want to be very cautious because of the kind of run-up they have already witnessed in the recent past. You can have a look at maybe some of the beaten down IT names like Infosys or a TCS for a time horizon of at least 12 to 18 months, I would say, because the kind of up move which we are witnessing today, maybe a dead cut bounce or something of that sort, but for a longer term, for a meaningful upside, you have to have a time horizon of 1 year. They have a strong balance sheet, good businesses going forward. They give out good dividends. And the kind of valuation they are trading at these levels, I think they are giving quite a comfort.
Okay, all right. So I think the next one is also an interesting one, Ruchit, because this is on Oberoi Realty. Kishore from Bengaluru has bought around 30 shares at the levels of 1715. He says what could be the target for the next 1 to 3 odd months, and he's done his homework. He's saying that it's given a breakout from an inverted head and shoulder pattern, which he's not wrong about, right? What would you suggest? Because the momentum is, has been good for this Realty name. Should he continue to hold?
In fact, the entire sector has done good in this week. So it seems that that uptrend could continue because after a long price-wise as well as time-wise corrective phase, the realty stocks have witnessed such good price volume action. Rightly, spotted that inverted head and shoulders breakout, which recently it has given. The targets as per the pattern are coming in the range of 2050 to 2100. So from a positional basis, you can expect around 2050 to 2100 on this.
Okay, all right. The next one that we have is coming in, and I think we've got a caller. Lakshmi is calling us from Hyderabad. Lakshmi, a very good afternoon to you. Go ahead, ask your questions.
Good afternoon to the experts. I have a query. I got this Apollo Microsystems 50 shares at 196 in March low, and now the share is 456. So the stock more than doubled in the last 3 months. So my query is whether I should hold. Is it a hype, or should I hold it for a long time? I'm a long-term investor, a homemaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Lakshmi, first of all, you've spotted it at the right price and you're making good profits. So kudos to that. I'll take this up with Rajesh then. Rajesh, Apollo Microsystems, I was just trying to look at stocks which are trading above, the target prices which analysts have given. And this is one of the counters that popped up. So it's trading much above the, consensus average and, analyst recommendation return potential. And, it's done well in terms of where the fundamentals also go. So your recommendation, whether she should continue to hold this from a long-term perspective?
It's a very strong company, no doubt on that. The company is doing well in different good order book. The numbers have been quite satisfying. But the kind of run-up it has seen in the recent past and the kind of profits she's setting on, I think its better strategy would be to book partial profit, maybe 50% of the holding if she sells now. The remaining would be almost free. So she can continue with that for a longer term horizon. And if by any chance it falls again to 400, 380 odd levels, one can re-enter.
Okay, all right. The next one that we have is coming in on CG Power. This is from Pramod, who is writing us from Bengaluru. Says he's purchased this at the levels of 706 and he's got around 200 odd shares. He says he has a long-term horizon of around 3 to 5 years and wants to know whether he can continue to hold this one. Rajesh, this counter has taken a significant knock today on account of the announcement coming in from Ministry of Finance allowing 3 more companies with regards to the Chinese exposure. But from a 3 to 5 year perspective, because we've seen significant run-up in this counter as well, do you think it's a good hold?
Remember the news that came today about the Chinese company. What my understanding says is those Chinese companies that have operations in India, maybe that's what I tried to got from that news. But still, the kind of knock this counter has seen today and the others too. I think these are opportunities for long-term investors. Companies doing well after it went to Murugappa Group, it has seen quite a run-up. The kind of investment plan, the kind of capex this company is doing, and the kind of future project the management guidance, I think this stock can move to 4 figures in the next 6 to 9 months. So, if one wants, one can even add at these levels.
Okay, interesting take coming in on CG Power. The next one is on housing finance companies. Satya Kumar from Hyderabad says that he's got Aptus Value Housing at the levels of 353 and GIC Housing Finance at the levels of 260. Wants to know whether he can continue to hold these or book losses. Ruchit, I'll come to you on this one. Today we saw a note from JP Morgan which did have a lot of housing names on their radar. But both of these, anywhere charts are looking attractive, or should he book his losses?
So Aptus value housing, I would recommend to hold because the stock has managed to form a good support base around its 50 DMA in the recent past. And if we see a follow-up move above 300, then we can expect levels around 360 kind of positionally. But GIC Housing Finance overall structure does not seem to be that positive. So I think it would stay within that consolidation phase and relative underperformance would continue. Rather, we have recommended today going long on other housing finance, within this entire space where the chart structures looks much constructive. So you can take a call to exit from GIC Housing and shift the position to other housing.
Okay, all right. The next one that we have is on Exide. Our viewer Satyan says that Exide has gone up, but he was expecting the same thing from Amara Raja as well. He bought it at the levels of 1080, and he wants to know as to what should he do now. Rajesh, I'll come to you on this one. By the way, he's also mentioning that he did miss you. So any quick take on Exide and both Amara Raja as well?
Thank you. As far as these two counters are concerned, I think both of them can be held for long term. The prospects look good. Both are doing well in the OEM space and replacement market too. Exide has moving into EV too. And with the kind of lead price cut we have witnessed in the recent past, I think the margins are going to be better in the coming quarters. So it's a hold for both of them. If somebody wants to add at these level, I think Exide would be a first preference.
Okay, all right. The next one that we have is on Anantraj. Prashant from Bengaluru wants a short-term target on this one. His buying price is 547 and wants to know if he can go ahead and continue to hold or what should he do. Rujit, your view on the charts?
Well, the prices are range bound. 600 to 500 has been the trading range for quite some time now. So if the stock manages to go higher from current levels, then we can expect levels around 590, 600 where the next resistance comes. So hold on at current levels. If the stock comes around 590, 600, you can just take a review again over there.
Okay, all right. We've got Amit who's calling us from Bengaluru. Amit, very good afternoon to you. Go ahead, ask your question.
Very good afternoon, Joe. I'm really happy to ask. Sometimes you guys give a very good suggestion. That I have a query about the Canara Bank. Okay, I have bought at 6,684 shares at the rate of 102 rupees. Okay, I'm ready to wait another 6 months.
Okay.
So it was gone on 162, and I didn't book the profit. I thought I'm planning to another 1 year planned. So 6 months I'm ready to hold. Can I have a suggestion what to do there? Is there any is there going up a share or not?
Sure. Amit, got your question, and thank you so much for the kind words. Really made my day. I'll take this up with Ruchit. Ruchit, what do you recommend Amit right now on the charts for Canara Bank?
See, overall in this leg of move in the markets, the PSU bankings have not been participating. You can see that the entire 3,000, 3,500 points up move that we're seeing in the Bank Nifty index from this swing low of 54,000. The leadership has come more from the private sector banks rather than PSUs this time. But I think more or less the result season is starting, so post the numbers, we can see some momentum on the positive side. For Canara Bank, 120, 117 has been a good support base in this entire consolidation what we are witnessing since last 3 months. So since the buying price is a bit lower than those levels, I would advise to keep a stop loss around 115 below that 117 support, and continue to hold on for now. And once the stock reactions, how it reacts post the numbers, you can then take a call on this.
Okay, all right. He is sitting on profits of over 1 lakh rupees, so kudos to that. The next one is from Abdul Rashad, who's writing us from Palakkad, Kerala. He says he wants to know whether it's the right time to enter Federal Bank for the next 6 odd months, and what should be the stop loss and target that he should expect. Rujit, what would you recommend?
See, already the momentum readings are a bit overbought post the recent up move, although the overall trend is positive. So I would advise to keep a buy and dip approach for the stock. Any declines, if you get towards the range of 315, 310 range, then the risk reward ratio would become favorable. So buy on dips around 315, keeping a stop loss below 290. And if the stock resumes up move from there, then 345, 350 could be the target zone to watch out for.
Okay, the next one is on Aurobindo Pharma. KPS Rao from Bengaluru says that he's been holding this since the last 4 years. Should he be a patient investor and continue to hold? Rajesh, what's your view?
Of course, the company is doing very well. If I'm not wrong, it's almost at 52-week highs, and it should be continued to hold. By any chance, if it corrects to around 1,500 odd levels, new investors can even enter into this. So it's a buy from our side.
Okay, all right. It's time for a rapid fire round. Rajesh as well as Ruchit, try to keep your answers as short as possible. The first one is coming on G Vernova TND. Kunal from Chennai wants to know whether this is a good buying opportunity. Ruchit?
Wait for decline towards 3,800 to 4,000.
Okay, Apollo Microsystems is the other one. Bharat from Vijayawada is holding 400 shares at the price of 408. Continue to hold, and what could be the target price? Once again to you, Ruchit.
Hold for potential targets around 490.
Okay, the next one is on Kirloskar Bros. Dr. Lavanya from Eluru is holding 300 shares at the levels of 2180. Continue to hold. Rajesh, any idea on this one?
Continue to hold.
Okay, the next one that is coming in on Siemens Energy. This is from Dilip, who's writing us from Kolkata. Wants to know if he can continue to hold this one. His buying price is 3198. Rajesh?
It's an ad from our side.
Okay, Tata Power is the other one. Our viewer is saying that it's fallen quite a bit. Has it found its bottom, and whether he can buy right now? Ruchit?
No signs of bottom, so just wait and watch.
Okay, the next one is coming in on City Union Bank. Pakshal from Jodhpur wants to know the levels that he can enter into this counter. Would you recommend that, Ruchit?
Around 205.
Okay, HFCL is the other one. Our viewer is holding 50 shares and wants to know if he can continue to remain invested in this one. Rajesh, your view?
See, the kind of run-up it has witnessed, it becomes quite risky. So it would be better to book partial profit.
Okay, the next one that we have is on SW Solar. Shankar from Bengaluru is holding 300 shares at the levels of 223. He wants to know 1 month target on this one. Your view, Ruchit?
Expected to trade in a range. 220 is the support and 260 is the resistance.
Okay, the next one that we have is from S. Khan, who's writing us from Bengaluru. He's holding 39 shares of Eternal, bought at the levels of 279, and holding Swiggy also at the levels of 446. Both of these, should he continue to hold, Rajesh?
Try to get out of Swiggy and switch that money to Internal, and both these are for short term only.
Okay. CDSL is the other one. Sri Krishna wants to know if this is a good hold, maybe accumulate more at these levels. Ruchit?
Hold existing positions.
Union Bank, Vignesh from Bengaluru wants to know whether he can continue to hold the 1,000 shares that he bought at the levels of 170 from a short-term perspective. Ruchit, on the charts for Union Bank.
I would recommend to exit.
Pine Labs, from a long-term perspective, is it a good buy right now? Rajesh, this is from Raja, who's writing us from Delhi.
Avoid.
PC Jewelers is the other one flying in trade today. 2,085 shares bought at the price of 13 rupees. Wants to know whether it's a good buy right now. Ruchit, would you recommend that?
Hold existing positions, but won't recommend fresh buying.
Okay, Bank of Baroda, our viewer bought it yesterday. Manoj Sharma bought 60 shares at the levels of 261. Is that a good buy is what he's asking, Rajesh?
It's a good buy. Continue to hold.
IRCTC is the other one. 100 shares bought at the levels of 600. Rajesh, continue to hold?
Continue to hold.
All right, that brings us to the end of this rapid fire round. Rajesh as well as Ruchit, thank you so much for taking out the time and helping us answer almost 97 queries that we've managed to answer, combined both, of course, the morning and the afternoon edition. But like I said, viewers, completely out of time on this